Okay then, we are alive. That was like a waste of like what, 20 seconds or so. Okay, so as I tried to explain before, we've lost most of it. So we're starting over on Desert Storm. See if we can actually work and get this uh, game going. In the meantime, I do have my orders. We're going to just start the new one, and we'll tell it Desert Storm. Wait a minute, hold on. Campaign. Change the word, Desert Storm. So we're actually starting this now, and I got to quit looking at the other things. But it's interesting here because we're going to start the once we get it. Uh, I really don't want to sit here and read these to you. So what I'm going to do is make it a little bit bigger here so you can read it. Of course, there's the picture up there, but here's the reading. I'll give you about a minute or so. But basically, the overview is talking about the buildup and what we expect to happen and what we have. And yeah, the music in the background, it'll stay that way until I get some more music. I just don't want to violate anybody's content out there. One of the things you may want to look into is a band called The Hun. It's called The and HU. It's got some great, I guess it's Chinese grunge. I found it yesterday and today, and I've been just digging them. I really like them. It's Chinese, so it doesn't mean they can't make good music. Okay, so we're going to start the scenario now. That'll give you enough time. You can always pause and read it. Okay, and this is telling me that we're going to do the build up, that we're waiting for it. Again, if you want to read this, read it. But basically, all we're going to do is pull all this air power into Interlick. God, I hate that word, Interlick. And that's in Turkey. So that's most of that. So let's see. So we enter the scenario, and as you know, if anybody's watched any of my other videos before, I pressed the wrong buttons thinking I knew what I was doing with YouTube and deleted them all. I always let it start up and we'll let it run for about, 20 or 30 seconds, which gives us, basically allows us to populate the map. Okay, here's where we're going. We're coming from over here. We're gonna pull aircraft from this whole region over to Interlick, which is right here. And we're gonna pull assets from the United States all the way over to Interlick. So what we're going to do is, okay, that's been running for, well, a good 30, 40 seconds now. This is what I was waiting for it to run until we got here. And these are the basic orders. And I'll scroll this again real slow. So if you want to pause, you can read what we're supposed to do. Okay, enough with that. Okay, so this, and this is kind of, I'll tell you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. That way you can get the feel of the game if you're new to this game. I've been playing the game since it was called Harpoon back in the 90s. Very good game. They've added some stuff I really liked, and they've taken some of the stuff that I really liked out. But now you got to remember what time period we're in. We are in the early 90s. And at this time, it's around August is when we're going to start moving in, 1990. Remember, we got the best equipment out there right now. The Soviet Union is about to fall. None of the equipment out there, it's all, the Worst thing we got out there is maybe have a misplaced T80 someplace off in the future. But most of the things we're going to run into are T55s, T62s, and T62s and T72s. Okay, the 72 will give us a good run for the money, but our guns are better. But that'll be off in the way. But what this does is show how we can motivate and get motivated and then forward deploy our forces. So you say, we're not kidding around. Here we go. We start forwarding. So the first things we need to do to the game that we started is I don't like this here at all. So I put this, I go to the game options, and I go right here and I tell it, put it in a separate window. And that actually puts it over here. I have a monitor right here, and it puts it over there for me. And so I wonder if that chat's ever going to work. But who knows? There is, what, a 30-second delay or something? But, okay, so what we're going to set up here, and we're how long into this? About 5 minutes into it. So our biggest thing are the tanker taskings that we're working on today. And the tanker taskings are basically tanker taskings will be coming out of Han Air Base. These guys here. And it's still that's interesting. When I click on that, my databases are still screwed up. I got to work on that. I wonder what database they're using. But what it should do is show me a nice picture of it. If I pick an aircraft, and then I go, well, what's the Sparrow look like? And it would generally show me what a Sparrow is. But really don't need that right now. I will get that fixed in the future. I will get that fixed in the future. Just got to figure out what I did wrong. And it could be that because I'm running the Desert Storm version of it. And I've got to go in there looking Steam, but I thought Steam used all of it the same thing. But we may have to go in here. Might as well, before I start. No, I'm not going to do it. Do I do it? Yeah, we do it. You go into Steam. And see, here we got it. And see, this is the base of it. And you can see here's the different windows. But what's going on is DB. And see, this is something strange here. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so when I install this, you see what it did? It put it one directory too far down. So I should cut, come back. And then paste it, right? It doesn't, this really bothers me that it doesn't have a select all. Okay, anyway, this is where all the pictures are at. There, I got the database. So I just screwed it up. Again, nothing new in that. But we can do it. No, we're not going to do it that way. We are going to leave it, and I will fix it on the next episode. In between the next episode, all I have to do is move the directory up once. Okay, so we need to get these people here flying. We need to put an AAR here. And then we also need to put an AAR out here for the U.S. forces coming. They're basically flying this way. Okay. Okay, so we'll deal with another problem that we're going to have. So what we want is you want to go to your missions, and you're going to define an area. And it's right here. Define area. Now, all we have to do, if you look down here, you'll see where it gives us our lat and long right there. So it says that it wants our Ireland at 60 north, 20 west. So we just have to kind of get 60. And it's about right there. So right there would be our AAR. And so that's the first one. And we'll assign, I'll show you how I'm going to assign these. And these guys are going to be, we create a new mission for them, and it's going to be an AAR mission. And we're going to go AAR. And this one will be Ireland. You can always check this class, because I always do this all the time. It is a support mission. I tell it OK. So we got a support mission going. No aircraft yet. I'll show you how I do that later. I'm just making them. Okay, so I want to deselect those points so I don't include them again. So there is the Ireland mission. And this next one's going to be over in here somewhere. And it is 46 north, 23 east. It's going to be over Romania, huh? "46 north, 23 east." Ah, shit. Excuse that. "26 north, 23. And we'll stick that right there. So they'll just fly around in that box. And this will be add mission. And this will be AAR. Romania. So, see what I did? I did it again. See, this is not. So I got to delete the mission. Go back. And this is the way I do it, just to keep myself. Add mission. Rename it. Romania. Okay, this support. And we got that. And so I deselect those points. If you don't deselect the points, you'll build up, and when you make missions, they'll combine all these things together. Okay, so these guys, and you notice we are running. Maybe you should pause the game. Yeah, pause the game until we're done. So okay, so we go to our mission editor. No. So we know that that is, and we need to pull is all this coming out of Ramstein? So So Ireland is Ramstein. Everything's coming out of Ramstein. Okay, there's Han. See, it's in there somewhere. Ramstein Air Base. And there we go. Nice big tankers. Now the thing you really want to do is you'll notice that these tankers are centerline drogues. They're not off the wings. Some aircraft require that you have wing drogues. Most new equipment does not. So since we're going to have them out there, I think I have enough to have 2 on site all the time. So I'll go here, here, see this one here, that's 4, and we will assign them to the Ireland AAR. And so once I have them assigned, I go to the mission editor, make sure they're at the AAR. I make sure that I don't enforce the flight sizes because I want them to take off when they want. They don't have to have 2. I want 2 on station, 2 refueling, 2 on station. Okay. So that one's good to go. So that's one AAR mission. Okay, for the second AAR mission. You know, that may not be enough. How many has he given me? This is a different scenario. Interesting, isn't it? It shouldn't be the same names. Oh, it says on an EXO. You know, there's 6 of them, so if I keep 3 on station. But see, the Exxon birds. Let's adjust that. We can keep 3 on station with that. How far is that? Let's see how far that is. This is your bearing tool. You can go from on. That is right, roughly 1,000 miles. That's going to take them an hour to get there. If we refuel, get birds coming in. We can put 6 on each side. We can have 2 up there, 2 on the way, and then 2 re-readying on the runway. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So, get rid of this. Okay, so I'll take them all. And we'll assign them to the Ireland A. I'll take these. Assign them to the Romanian AAR. Okay. So now that we've got those set up, I got a plan for those other ones. Okay, so those are set up. We go back to our mission editor, and we just verify that the Ireland AAR that we're not enforcing. We don't care. No tanker. You can refuel, but tankers cannot refuel from tankers. Okay, so this looks good. I'll explain more of these as we do more missions. And the Romanian AAR, we're going to keep 2 in the air. We'll keep 2 at all times. We want 2 on station, so that's 2 refueling. 2 refueling. Put 3. And I'll put 3 out here. You're not going to come across like that, though. So, I'm going to try to keep 3 tankers on station. So that basically takes care of those missions that for our tankers here. So our next tankers, which are coming out of here at Loring, Hudson Bay, which are asking for 60 north, 85 west. Right in there somewhere. And then the next one is 4623. No, that's wrong. 65 north. North. 50 west. Right there. Okay. So now I got that. Okay, so this and this. So create mission. And I don't know what that did. So we create mission. Create new mission. This will be AAR Greenland. And it'd be a support mission. Yes. We will want, I want to keep at least 2 on station, no 1/3 rule, and we don't want to enforce the size. This 1/3 rule, like if you have 3 airplanes that ascend 1, but this is telling us to try to keep 2 on station at all time until we have these aircraft move through. Okay. Then we'll assign planes to it here in a minute. Now we release. I always do this. I wish they had a key to. They had as control end. And that's always. It's always somewhere like that. We grab these. Create a new mission. And this thing is AAR Day. This thing does, it's just mission. It is a support mission, and we're good. So now I'm going to go to Loring. Go to Loring. Okay, so we have these guys here. These guys here are for those SR-71s that are going to fly by. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one of these with one of these. So the 3 birds at all times. So we'll do 2 hours. So I want to do one. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, that'll work. Got to be careful with this though. And I'll show you why. It's the ranges. Hmm. There's a way to temp out this map, but I'll figure that out later. Um, what I'm trying to do, what I'm wasting your time on, hopefully not, hopefully you're enjoying this, is that I got to figure out, see, from Loring, there's 1,000 miles. I guess that's about 1,000 miles, so about 1,000 miles on them. And so if we get here, we want to make sure how fast is it going to take. Okay, so bring back, show you what I'm doing. On a strato tanker, 75,000 miles, or 75. See, he's got a maximum of 2 shorties. We've got to be careful, because we're going to do quick turnaround, and the turnaround is 30-minute turnaround with a 3-hour stand down time. Okay, so that's why you can't use them all. You kind of got to give yourself some space, which really, okay, so that's you. What is yours? See, he's 3,900. So I think I'll include him with them, but his reserve time's not going to be for crap. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to assign them to the Hudson Bay. I'm going to take him, him, and him. So, and we'll assign those. And you can do the assign down here to Greenland. And we are basically done with our AARs. Not that hard. Not sure how long it took us. Oh, right at half an hour. That figures. We've got 2 minutes. Okay, so what the next thing we're going to do in the next episode is that one of the requirements is to take... Oh, wait a minute, tankers. Okay, so there we got tankers there. We got tankers there. We have F-15Cs that we have to go directly from Langley, and that's these 6 here, and they're set up for ferry, so they can do 2,500 one way, but you don't want to push them over, I guess, about 2,100 miles, maybe. Okay. But the good thing about it, the reason I bring this up is these guys got to fly directly to Dahran. That's Suez, which is right King Abdul. Kuwait City, no wonder I'm too far north. There should be, here's King Abdul Aziz Airport. They're going to fly there. So if you take this thing, and we do the Control D, and we start there, So you're looking at what? 6,000 miles? Horrible. So it's about 6,000 miles. And that's what we'll work on next time. And as always, have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed this part of it. And we will be on tomorrow night or the night after. I can't guarantee every night, but I'll try to play at least 15 to 30 minutes a night and get this all set up. And I was going to do most of the setup behind the scenes, but I think people that actually want to play the game at one time or another, they want to learn this thing. It's not hard. It is just technical. It's very technical what you're doing. So now I'm going to tell this thing to say, okay. Tell it save, and we're off. It's shut off, and that's kind of done. That's a half an hour just to figure those guys out and try to figure out exactly what we're going to do. But I'll tell you, since we're still on AAR, and I still got about a minute, we're going to put a refuel here for these F-16s or F-15s, and a refuel off of Italy. And that'll get them completely to Dhahran. And then those guys won't be able to fly for like 48 hours or something like that. Flying 6,000 miles straight. Can you imagine that? Flying 6,000 miles straight, cooped up in that little cockpit. They're by no means the most comfortable things in the world. They try to make them livable, but they're by no means the comfortable things in the world. And you know, if you have a flame out here, it still takes a lot of balls to do that, but it's hard on the pilots, and that's why they have mandatory crew rest. So the minimum crew rest they're going to get when they get here is 8 hours. We can't. They want to make them fly, and I think it may be up to 14 hours, 18 hours to get them, put them in combat. But that's in a perfect world. But if it was a spit, you know, we're talking about a knockdown, drag out, tear somebody's throat out with your teeth. They come back, they get fuel, they don't get no downtime. They get back in the air and kill something. Okay, all right, I'm out of here. You guys be safe, and I hope that you enjoyed this. And I will see you later.